Magic win! The Magic win! Another victory for our Orlando Magic Peach, defeating the Houston Rockets 116-110. Man, it was a gritty win from our Magic. We trailed most of this game, Peach, until 7-11 left in the fourth quarter, and then we never looked back. We had big games. What are you showing the people there?
Showing people the game flow.
Oh, yeah.
It is a lot of red and then becomes blue just at the end. Hey. We don't have a lot of games that go that way for us, and I feel like this is an important thing to show that. I came in the third quarter, to be fair, so I'm going to let you lead most of this tonight because I missed the first half. But it seemed like one of those games where we had just been hanging around, and the Rockets really didn't put us away, and then just kind of came back and stole it. Thanks to some good play from our bench guys during that crossover from the third to the fourth.
You just take it away, Pete.
And that's what I saw. I mean, that's. Am I wrong? I mean,
no, you're.
Look at this game flow.
I took so much time to write down these notes.
You always do,
and then you just stole everything I was going to say.
I don't know why you take the time to write the notes. You know, we just watch the game.
The only time you need to be leading, though, ladies and gentlemen, is at the end of the game, and that's in fact when we were leading. The Rockets had as much as a 15-point lead. But big games from both Paulo and Franz at different points in this match. Franz was a little cold starting off, but Paulo was big early. Paulo went 23 and 13 boards, Peach, doing big man shit. Franz had 25 points on 9 of 15. I mean, this man doesn't need scissors for his holiday wrapping because he cuts so much.
Oh, loves to cut.
Yeah, he doesn't need it, all right? He was working off the ball tonight beautifully catching dimes just at the right time for the finish. You know, we won the points in the paint, which has kind of been our recipe towards victories.
It needs to be.
The other part of that is rebounds, which we didn't win tonight, but we took relatively good care of the ball, as you said, 11 turnovers. That's definitely better than their 17, and we took advantage of some of their turnovers too. But
I said that off air, but I did say.
Well, you stole my shit. Now I got to steal yours. Okay, we just have to even it out.
I don't have shit. See, I don't have any notes, so you're not stealing anything.
You stole it from your brain. But where we really won the game is at the free throw line, which has again been our callo card in the Paulo Banchero era, and as Franz is getting more wiry and getting to the rim a little bit more. We got to the charity stripe for 33 free throws. We knocked down 23 of those 33 compared to Houston's 17 free throw attempts. So that's really where we won the game. You know, Cole had a very solid game tonight, 15 points, 4 boards, 6 assists.
I was going to say, from what I saw of the game, he was really the guy that was standout in that little stretch where he needed to be the scorer on the court and got it done. Yeah. Overall, it is just how much better. I mean, it sounds dumb in a way to say this, but like it's great to get a win. It almost feels like, okay, this team can just win now. Right. All of a sudden, right? Like right. A streak, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, here we go.
It was a big game though, because bouncing back from a loss.
Right.
After a streak with a young team.
To show that it wasn't just a fluke stretch. That it would have, in my mind, I would have assumed we would have been able to lead in more parts of this game and not quite get down the way it seemed. But from what I saw, it just seemed like we were right there the whole time and then just took it. So I didn't see that 15-point deficit. But it is so nice to see so many more shots going in for our team because for a long time they weren't falling. Yeah. And the only way we could really effectively score was by getting to the bucket.
We didn't
guys
shoot
driving
great
and stuff
tonight,
like that.
Peach.
No, but down the stretch, buckets were going in.
Yes.
Cole Anthony was rising and shots were falling and Franz Wagner
when it mattered.
Buckets were falling.
You're absolutely right.
So that's just something that just wasn't happening before, and it sounds super basic, but when we were down and out and I was disgusted with the team, part of it is because our shots weren't falling and we weren't a good shooting team, and we weren't then going inside and making that the focus to escape the bad shooting. So I don't know what happened overnight. Like I have thoughts about it.
We're on the other side
podcast because we're recording.
Markel Fultz came back. Yeah, check out episode 35 coming up soon. We had a 6-man show on that, and we're going to be talking a bunch of other stuff. So definitely check that out. I'll be dropping this weekend.
Yeah, it was great to have them on. It's a good show.
Do want to shout out the bench a little bit more. They had 37 big points. Our starters, Houston came out shooting wicked hot. As they did last game. I thought, oh no, this is going to be a deja vu. Are they going to shoot 50% from beyond 3 and again defeat us? The starters let up a lead. Bench came in and righted the ship a couple times. You look at the plus minuses. The guys on the bench have really solid plus minuses. They played good defense. I do think right now we are just deeper than Houston, on the end of our bench, and that's only going to increase as we hear guys like Wendell Carter hopefully coming back to the floor on Friday. So look out for that. We will be live streaming that San Antonio Spurs game to welcome him back.
Yeah, they definitely had a lot of guys playing big minutes, all their starters in the 30s, except for Jabari, and then even Kenyon Martin Jr. off the bench, 28 minutes. So they went short bench for sure.
Yeah,
just kind of trying to accentuate the positives. They probably felt like this is a game they could win, so they better just go all in and try to get this win.
Well, a great game from Jabari Smith Jr., 10 points, 5 rebounds. He was a +9. You can really tell, ladies and gentlemen, why there was a debate between he and Paolo Banchero in the draft. You thought I'm just fucking with you. It's just like night and day. It's not even close.
Yeah, he's really not. You can just tell he's not a leader.
Yeah, he's a good piece.
He's a good piece, but he's not a shooter. Alpha. He's more beta. And that's cool. You need betas on your squad.
You got Jalen Green, so
at the number 1 spot, that definitely wasn't the guy that you wanted to get there.
We made the right choice, Pish.
I mean, that's been pretty obvious for a long time, but
it's just always helpful to remind ourselves,
Yeah.
I can get a little lost in this twilight zone, it seems, as a Magic fan, that we have a guy now, a superstar player in Paolo Banchero, who again got to the line at the end. We had Markel had kind of a rough game today.
Yes.
Not sure what are his numbers.
11 and 3.
Yeah.
With 1 rebound. I mean, those are not starting point guard numbers.
I needed him to have 4 assists. That was just I thought that was a throwaway. It was just part of a parlay. I said, this will juice it up a little bit.
Yep.
That was the only thing that didn't hit.
Should be a given.
And he didn't.
And he got most of his scoring late. He is kind of becoming our clutch go-to guy down the stretch.
Yeah.
But why? I mean, he got that many points that late, and I thought, he's got to have cleared 15 easily for a bet I had. No.
But we got to be happy. We got the win. Markel's leadership does shine through in the later periods. He's calm. He has a great presence, a calming presence, a leader presence, and he helps, I think, get the other guys in the right positions to succeed. So he got to the line. He didn't convert, but he had a couple big buckets, a nice putback there at the end that was helpful to put us up by, I think, 4 or 6 there.
Yeah, sneaky. He almost comes alive at the end of games. Yeah. Again, I'm trying to be reserved because we're recording that show tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm trying to save some thoughts.
I can tell you've got a lot of good Markel propaganda for the show.
I've got things to say about
episode 35.
I mean, usually you're the one leading the Markel charge.
This is true.
I've got some things to say in a positive light that I think you're going to enjoy.
Well, here we are now. We're still 2.5 games back of the play-in. I think the Raptors won today. I'm not sure, but we're 2.5 back. But we are only 2 back of the Bulls, and we've got their pick. So that's a nice feeling for us all.
It's just good to be considering the standings after our games now, where it was something we never. We've only been doing this. This is the second year of us doing the show. We've never talked about the standings, really, unless it was, are we the worst team in the league? Are we still in that 14% for the draft? So, it's nice to be able to talk about the standings as in we're ahead of other teams, and other teams are close to us being able to catch them. It sounds really strange if you're a regular basketball fan, but for us and the purpose of the show, I like this new addition to the show that we're talking about.
It is refreshing. Yes.
It's nice.
And we just gotta do well in these next 6 or 7 games. We've got kind of a nice schedule coming up here. As we said, we're playing the Spurs on Friday, 7 p.m. We're going to be doing a live stream. Come by, get in the chat, hang out with us. We
come get weird.
Yeah. Oh, it gets really weird on the live streams. You're going to want to check that out. Then we play the Lakers, the Pistons, the Wizards, the Thunder. So those are our next 5 games. Those teams are all under 500.
Yeah.
Those are all winnable games. If we can get a few here, we're in a good position.
And I think with this point, we've kind of shown that we can play with anybody in their house, out of their house. It doesn't really matter. We're capable all the way around, especially with Wendell coming back now. I'm actually a little worried for the first couple of games to see how he's going to gel in there. And is that going to affect Moritz's play? Because I'm assuming he goes back to the bench.
Yeah.
I think he has to.
Right.
But I'd rather have the problem of having too many good players around, which is a problem we haven't had in a while because so many guys are usually always injured. That this is a blessing. So I'm optimistic that things are going to continue to go. I feel like my expectations have now changed from where they were at the beginning of the season. Before the season started, I'm like, okay, we're going to probably get like at least 2 or 3 wins every 8 or 9 games.
Well, we voted on the over, right?
Exactly. So and I felt like, all right,
between 25 and 30
then after
wins.
that start, I was kind of getting like, oh, man.
Uh-oh.
This stinks. Like, hopefully we can get like 1 or 2 wins in every like 9 or 10 game span. And now I'm like in more of a 50-50 mode.
Yeah.
You know, where like I feel like every game could be a coin flip if guys are coming out, if shots are falling. We have the talent. We have the depth. Time to win.
It's been quite a journey. I was in the depths of despair during that 8 or 9 game losing streak. Didn't think that with our expectations, as you said, but this young team then went on a winning streak. We lost one, and we saw tonight we bounced back. How you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the comments. Come check us out on Friday and look out for episode 35, everyone. It's been real, baby. Let's go, Magic.
Thanks for coming.
Peace.